Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Some more Monkish beer. I thought I was done with my Monkish anniversary beers. Well, I was done with my Monkish anniversary beers. Then I looked in the fridge. I'm like, I have one more Monkish beer that I need to review. Courtesy of my man Craig. I appreciate you, bro. This is collaboration with other half, JFK to LAX, Imaginary Flight. JFK to LAX was the first Monkish triple IPA I ever reviewed, and I absolutely love that beer. A lot of people think that's the best Monkish beer of all time, and for me at the time it was. That was so long ago now, I don't remember it. I always talk about it though. It was just one of those kind of beers that stuck with me. But this is a Pretty Label triple IPA, 10.3%. It's funny because we just did the Monkish anniversary triple IPA and it was 10.3, and I talked about how most Monkish triples are 10.1, but we're doing back-to-back 10.3, so there you go. Yeah. This was canned on, we got a little hashtag Team Old IPA on our hands. February 25th. Today is March 26th, so we are 1 month in the can. This is probably perfect. Just saying. Let's wash this glass out and it's like all foggy and stuff. Using our Monkish glassware because beer tastes better in proper glassware, especially the boombox glasses. Love these glasses. Yeah, I don't remember the hops. I don't know if this is the same exact beer as the first. They've done a couple different iterations of this. We reviewed the 9-month-old JFK to LAX Imaginary Flight, or JFK to LAX Canceled Flight. This is Imaginary Flight. The original JFK to LAX was 10 point something. I think there was like Citra, maybe Galaxy, or I don't remember. I don't remember the hops, but JFK to LAX is one of the best Gangstar songs of all time. So just saying, if you've never heard that song, you should go and listen to it. So I like this all white kind of label that they did. But yeah, beer looks like a Monkish beer. It looks like the first 3 beers we drank tonight. It's that just glowing peachy juice. This is more of a fluffy bright white head. Those other beers, they were kind of rocky. These are much more like tight, compact bubbles. But it looks awesome in that proper glassware. So I say this every time. Triple IPA, this is ice cold out of the fridge. With single and double IPAs that are hazy, I let them sit out in the garage for about 20 minutes, let the chill come off of them. I don't do that with triple IPAs. Just don't like it. So if you've had this beer and you're watching this, then you let your beer sit out before you drink it, and your tasting notes might vary from mine. I don't even know if people watch this and compare tasting notes. They probably don't, and that's fine too, because I know I don't do that. The show we're fat nosing it. This smells like it fucking smells like orange sherbet. But it also has this cool like lemon lime caddy thing. I don't know what that's from. I don't know the hops. If I were to guess, I would say there's something that gives off crazy orange aromas, like Citra or Amarillo, something like that. Because this is so fucking like creamy orange juice. It's crazy. But yeah, it has this like awesome earthy caddy thing. It smells so good. How is this beer 10.3%? That's nuts. It does. It smells like a fucking milkshake or like a Jamba Juice or something. Almost like a vanilla sweetness. Like, you know when you get like it's giving me like when I was a kid, you go to Orange Julius and they would put oranges with vanilla ice cream. Like that's what this smells like. With like this cool, it's like I don't know how to describe caddy. Caddy usually comes from like Simcoe. And it's so different, and I've talked about this in a lot of reviews. It's so different in hazy beers than it is in West Coast beers. But this is giving me like that West Coast kind of Simcoe thing, even though it's a hazy beer. But that's Monkish. Monkish usually does that with their hazy beers. It's like an awesome combination of New England and West Coast style. So this beer smells fucking amazing. So let's go and taste it. Craig, cheers. Thanks, bro. It's really good. Wow. Whew. Holy crap, that's delicious. It's funny because there's other than that kind of caddy thing that you get, there's not a whole lot of like West Coast like dankness. It doesn't smell bitter, but when you taste this, like there is an awesome pop of bitterness like back of my tongue to the finish of that. But it's like orange sorbet, and that vanilla sweetness that I was smelling that smelled like vanilla is there on the taste, and that's probably the 10%. It might be alcohol that we're tasting, I don't know. It doesn't feel like fusel, it doesn't feel hot in my chest, it doesn't taste warm, but this drinks like a big beer. There's that like that sweetness on the finish, just like the last triple IPA that we just drank. It says like, hey, I'm a 10% beer. There's some booze to this thing, there's some heft to it. It's a hefty beer, but it's so much orange juice, it's crazy, even at a month old. And I know, like, listen, we joke about hashtag Team Old IPA, I joke about that all the time. This beer is not old, it's fucking a month in the can. The Canceled Flight, that beer was 9 months old. That's old. I mean, that's really not that old either, but it's old. But this is fucking fire. I love this. That caddy, like earthy thing is there on the taste too. And I think it just goes well with that bitterness that it's offering. And it also like is kind of good with that sweetness, that vanilla kind of alcohol sweetness. It just marries well. This is so fucking orange forward. I love it. There has to be Citra in this. Here we go. In the fourth beer review and the second triple IPA of the night, we're guessing hops, and we're probably wrong, but I would guess that there's Citra in this just because it's so orangey. Is orangey a word? What's the one beer nothing rhymes with orange? This beer's fire. And it just like you start talking about it, like, is this as good as the original JFK2LAX? I don't remember the original JFK2LAX. I could go watch that video. That was back when I was like messing around with new mics. I remember being mad when I uploaded that video because my microphone was fucking terrible, and it was so echoey and so bad. But that beer was so good, and this beer is fire too. So if you like orange sorbet 10% beers that will just knock your dick in the dirt, this beer's for you. And I like all of that, so I love this beer. It's fantastic. It's world class. It is. I mean, Monkish is king when it comes to the hazy triple IPAs. They just are. I'll fucking fight every single one of you that says they're not. So we'll leave it at that, Craig. You're a fucking saint, an angel. I love you so hard. I mean, you've been to my house. We've drank beers together in person, so we need to do that again as soon as all this nonsense is over. So yeah, that's JFK2LAX, Imaginary Flight. Oh, we rambled. It's good times. We've got some more beers to review. We're doing it. That's what we're doing tonight. In the same clothes. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Is this better than the first batch of JFK2LAX? You can say it was. I'm sure a bunch of you will be like, batch one was better, bro. Batch one was better. That's like the cool thing to do. That's what people do. I'm out of here. See you guys soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.